Hi everyone, I'm Andreas, the designer of Crown Battles. Today I'm excited to share with you some of my favorite trick-taking strategies. I would love to hear about your strategies in the comments below as well. I have organized these strategies into few key categories. Let's dive in. Number 1 is adjust your bids based on other players' bids. So if everyone is bidding high, consider bidding lower, and if others are bidding low, you can be more aggressive. Let's say you are the last player to bid on a round where 5 cards are dealt per person, meaning that the most tricks that can be won in this round are 5, as shown in this round tracker. In this example, everyone already made their bids and it's 6 already, which is more than the 5 maximum of the round. In this case, I will bid a bit less than usual and maybe even double bid. It's better to secure a few points than risk getting nothing. And the same goes with the opposite. Let's say everybody is bidding really low in the round where everyone is dealt 5 cards and the maximum amount of tricks to be won is 5. In this example, everyone already made their bids and it's 2 in total, which is less than the 5 maximum of the round. This information can tell us that the competition to win tricks in this round is low. So you can then be a bit more aggressive and bid higher than usual because you know that everybody else has to bid low for the round. Let's assume that you're in a round where you're bidding first, so you don't have any information of other players' bids yet. If you have limited information of others' bids, and if you also don't have any special cards like Peasants, Dragons, or Golems that can help you win in a difficult situation, it's better to play it safe with a double bid. For example, you can bid 0 to 1 or 1 to 2, depending on how aggressive you want to go. It's better to secure a few points than risk overbidding. With fewer players in the game, your chances of winning tricks with lower cards increases. For example, you can easily bid to win more tricks here, like 3, even if you have weak cards in hand. And the opposite goes with more players. It becomes harder to win tricks. There is more competition, so you will need to be more conservative with your bids. And bid a bit less than usual. Factor in your neighbor's bids. Your sitting position can also affect your bid and in-play strategy. One example would be if the player on your left bids to win many tricks, like this player here, you will often play last, since that player will most probably frequently lead. This means that you will see all the played cards before making your move, giving you a slight advantage. And also the opposite. If that player bids for a few tricks, they will have fewer chances to lead, so you'll be playing last less often. Keep this in mind when bidding for your tricks to strategize effectively. Track the played cards. If you can track the numbers that have been played in the round, for example, in this trick, the numbers 12 and 13 of blue suit have been played before, you can be confident that your 11 is now the strongest card in that suit, which can give you a win of a trick in the future. Like this trick, for example. Another thing to track is suit shortages. It's good to keep track which players are out of certain suits. For example, in this case, nobody has the yellow suit because they are not able to follow. So this can give you confidence that your yellow suits will not be able to followed by your opponents, which can help you make better decisions in future tricks. Like in this example here, where you monitor that nobody else has the yellow suit, and this is the case. Another thing that could be helpful to pay attention to is who avoids playing a card on a suit by using a peasant. For example, in this case, if someone starts with a high card and another player uses a peasant, this move indicates that they are trying to protect a card in that specific suit. And as you can see here, they were indeed trying to protect the number 11 of the blue suit to use it in another trick in the future. It's good to save your peasant cards for critical moments. For example, in this case, a peasant can help you avoid playing your strong cards and save them for future tricks. In this trick here, if you didn't have a peasant, you will have to lose your number 12 of blue suit. If the highest cards in a suit haven't been played yet, for example in this case, someone starts with a 3, don't play your number 11, since you can risk losing it to higher cards that might be in this round. It's better to play it safe and wait for higher numbers to be played first, which increases your chances of winning another trick. When you are holding a sequence of high cards and you have planned to win some of them, you can start with your lowest card first so you don't draw much attention and ensure the win of a trick. And then later, in another trick, you can bait with your higher cards so that you can make other players give their strongest cards. If you must win an unwanted trick with a weak card, like in this example here, where everyone plays very low in a suit that you have, and you are forced to play your low card and win the trick, then it's better to use your dragon card to win the trick, which will make it easier for you to discard your weaker cards later on. If you have multiple trump suits in hand and some of them are weaker ones, you can lead a trick with a low number trump suit and force all other players to give away some of their trump suits or even a power card like a dragon or a golem. You can then increase your chances of winning a trick later on. When you have very few cards in a specific suit and no special cards to back them up, those cards can easily be lost when somebody leads with that suit. So don't rely too heavily on them when bidding, because you can easily lose them. For example, in this case, you will be forced to play your number 12 and lose the trick, because you can't protect it in any way. The player holding the crown is currently the top player. The crown symbolizes their temporary dominance, but also makes them a prime target for attacks. Use your power and special cards strategically when the current ruler is trying to win a trick. For example, in this case, the current ruler is playing a strong card. Use your dragon or golem cards to prevent them from winning. And also, every time they're trying to win a trick, keep your strongest cards against them, and not another player. Create chaos if you missed your beat. If you have already missed your beat, focus on disrupting as many players as possible. Don't be afraid to take more tricks and lose a few extra points. If others make their beats while you miss yours, the point difference will get bigger. For example, in this round, if this player was about to win their beat, they will gain 50 points and you will lose 10. But if you disrupt this player, they will lose 10 points while you lose 20, and thus reducing the overall point gap. Don't wait until the end to win a trick. If you wait too long to win a trick, there is a high chance that you won't get the suit you want. For example, if someone else starts the last trick, you will have low chances they lead with the suit that you need, and you might left without winning the trick. And that was it. I hope you found some useful strategies for your next Crown Battles game. Let me know in the comments below what's your favorite strategies. Happy gaming!